up this early morning. Today is special edition of our newscast about enterprise cloud computing. Of course, you maybe already heard about cloud computing, but today we are going to focus on cloud computing in business. Imagine being able to access all of your data at any given moment. Imagine having the ability to organize data from any online resource. And imagine being able to share that data with your coworkers in an instant. This is what cloud computing promises to deliver. Data must be mobile, transferable, and instantly accessible. Cloud computing changes the way you use software, but cloud computing works much like standard computing from the user's viewpoint. It allows businesses to use application or software without installation at their premises and access their files at any computer with internet access. Many people use cloud computing without knowing about it. For example, without doubt, the elephant in the cloud is Google. Its cloud computer strategy helps to put incredible computing power in the hands of many. Gmail, Google Document are well known all over the world. The most famous use of cloud computing is social network, Facebook and Twitter, and the main idea of it is to find people who you already know or you would like to know and to share your information with them. And finally, YouTube. It uses cloud computing to reduce the time it takes for users to see their videos online. In today's edition, we are going to interview entrepreneurs who already use this enterprise cloud computing. Then, we have the special guest, university professor of innovation, who is going to tell us about theoretical aspects of enterprise cloud computing. And stay with us.
Hi, I'm Tania Fernandez and I'm running a small business in exportation. Today I want to talk about how cloud computing has changed my business. Well, I have been using cloud computing since the beginning of my company, and I have to say that I have obtained a lot of huge benefits. First of all, I thought that cloud computing was just for huge companies like Google or IBM, and I was not going to be able to adapt it to my small business. However, I have been successful. The economic consideration has been really important. I have reduced a lot of cost in installing, in buying softwares and upgrading them. Also, I have to say that we have access all the time to our databases, not just me, also my employees. So we have more freedom to work, and we are not just limited to work at office. Also, the elasticity of cloud computing has been really important in this process, because cloud computing adapted all the applications to our small needs and to our different needs. And even if we have a lot of different areas at the company, we can customize the application. So we just have to use one application and it customized to each area. You just need a password and it's so easy. And basically I think that cloud computing has making my business more efficient using the less resources.
My name is Jeremy, and I'm going to tell you how cloud computing is a suitable solution for me and running my business. Actually, I just created my business, and I need business applications to run my business. Although I can't afford to have a data center, an office space, power, service, storage, bandwidth, networks in my company. Also, I can't afford to have an IT staff to monitor my software and my IT department. Therefore, cloud computing is a suitable solution for me, as I already rent the applications I need for a certain moment. As I work often with people that come from abroad and they are just working for a short period of time, I can rent the application I need for the persons I will work with. So that is why it is a suitable solution for me.
Well, if I'm asked to speak about enterprise cloud computing from the theoretical point of view, as an innovation professor, I would definitely say it's a disruptive innovation due to several reasons. For the first time, it shows disruptive features such as it is cheaper and simpler than all the currently existing business applications. It's faster because companies just need to connect, customize, and benefit from enterprise cloud computing, and they can set up the relationship within a couple of days or maximum weeks. And it's also cheaper because companies don't need to spend for initial IT investments for softwares and hardwares, and they don't need to take into account the costs associated with the maintenance of these softwares. As another reason for disruption, that it evolves in a new niche market, meaning that all those small and medium enterprises who previously couldn't afford buying the costly softwares and hardwares in their premises, they can now set up their companies easier, and thus they can save costs and focus on their productivity. As a last point, it brings a new value proposition to the customers and will probably make the currently existing traditional business applications obsolete in the near future. Well, definitely it is a radical innovation because it creates new markets, new customer groups, new applications, and a new way of managing and organizing projects. People have asked me whether there has a dominant design emerged already in the market, but I think no, and also in the future I don't see the reason why it would emerge, because there are so much variety of computing needs of companies that I don't think that one service provider will be able to service all these needs. Whether the innovation was initiated by market pull or technology push, I think both, so it can be categorized as a coupling innovation. As for the technology adoption life cycle, in my view, the enterprise cloud computing has already crossed the innovators group, and now it's in the early adopters stage. As for the innovation hype cycle, I think it's in the positive curve, climbing up to the peak of the innovation, somewhere between the early adopters and the mass media hype.
Hello again, I'm the IT security expert, and today I'm going to talk about the disadvantages of cloud computing network. One of the biggest disadvantages is internet connection. Imagine, you're in your company, all your work is in your company, and then boom, there's no connection. So what happened? You cannot use anything. You cannot use your software, you cannot access your data, anything. That's one of the biggest disadvantages of the cloud computing. The second issue I'm going to talk about is security and dependency. As you don't control your data anymore, it's another company that controls it, so you don't have any possibility about that. It's a security factor. Third issue is confidentiality. Your company doesn't have anymore your data. It's not only the one that has it, but the cloud has it. So that means that you don't know where's the information. Any other one can have the access to that. Your data is no longer for your company, but others can have it. It's difficult, but they can have it.
Hello, my name is Sugiyama. I'm from Japan, and I'm an analyst and a consultant in technology. So I will explain the future of cloud computing. We're actually going to live mostly in the cloud in 2020 and not on the desktop. Experts like me will agree that cloud computing will ultimately transform today's computing landscape. So, new service providers will appear besides the currently existing companies like Amazon, Google, IBM, and Microsoft, and will focusing on cloud computing. Besides, an important point is security. Security of cloud data centers will be more and more confirmed by audits. More and more companies will be using it. Probably first the non-core applications of an enterprise will use cloud computing, and then gradually the core application will be migrated as well. So enterprise data centers may be decreased in the future, yes. Thank you.
Thank you for staying with us, and hope you get some creative ideas, and see you